So out of the 11 editions of the Indian Premier League, apart from Chennai Super Kings, Mumbai Indians and the Kolkata Knight Riders, only 3 other teams have lifted the trophy. And surprisingly, Kings XI Punjab is not one of those teams. They've shown promise on quite a few occasions, reaching the final of the IPL in 2014, but each time they have just made that little extra effort, they have been let down by a few areas, about which we'll discuss a little in detail here. So what do Kings XI Punjab have to do this season? They have a captain in Ravichandran Ashwin. They have a good blend of Indian and foreign players. Apart from that, the addition of a world-class coach in Mike Hesson, who led New Zealand to the World Cup 2015 final, that also promises to sharpen their skills ahead of the IPL. The biggest challenge for KXIP will, however, be to manage the workload of most of the players, because the core composition of their team, the players are all World Cup bound. KL Rahul, Mohammad Shami, Chris Gayle, David Miller, Mujibur Rahman. If that is a puzzle Kings XI can solve, do not rule out the possibility of a wonderful performance from them this year. We'll start off with the captain, R. Ashwin. He's known to be very vocal ever since things haven't really tend to go his way. Last season he was experimental enough. Often he would bowl the leg spin. He would bowl Mujib in the first 6 overs, the power play that is, and he doesn't shy away from keeping his thoughts to himself. But this season, again, he's been repeatedly saying that he's no slouch with the white ball, and no better platform than the IPL, considering this is a very important tournament for most of India's discarded players. How does he cope up with the pressure? Only time will tell. But the additional responsibility of captaincy should bring out the best in R. Ashwin, because he's played a lot under MS Dhoni in Chennai Super Kings, and he seems to have picked up a lot. And although his captaincy and tactics and everything is pretty visible from the kind of words he uses and the things he says during the press conference, with the ball on the ground is where it counts. Kings XI Punjab have added quite a few new names during this IPL auction. The most prominent has to be Varun Chakravarti, the mystery spinner from Tamil Nadu, made a mark for himself in the TNPL, picking up 9 wickets, and most recently had a wonderful Vijay Hazare Trophy, picking up 22 wickets. The IPL in the past has been known to give mystery spinners and young spinners the platform. Last year we saw Mike Markanday come through the ranks, and now he's represented India as well. Varun Chakravarti, a very good addition to watch out for. On top of that, they have England all-rounder Sam Curran, who was, as per the admission of Virat Kohli, was the difference between the two sides when India and England faced each other last year in the Test series. Mohammad Shami has been in the form of his life, a key element for India in the World Cup. His performance will be key. So will be Mujibur Rahman, the Afghanistan player. Obviously will be high following Afghanistan's wonderful performance in the Asia Cup and most recently against Ireland. On top of that, they have some domestic names: Arshdeep Singh, Agnivesh Achi, Harpreet Brar, Murugan Ashwin, in addition to Hardus Willian, Darshan Nalkande. It's going to be a surprising season for Kings XI Punjab. So who are going to be the players to make a difference for Kings XI Punjab this year? Far-fetched prophecy, but you can expect Chris Gayle to go big, considering he's announced his retirement, and you don't really know how longer he can go on. Last season, he came back really well after being selected in the last round of the auction, made a mark in last year's IPL with 100 and a couple of 50s. This year again, he's going to be the key for Kings XI Punjab at the top of the order. Then we've got KL Rahul, who's obviously coming off a slight dull period, you can say. Hasn't been among the runs. I mean, yes, those couple of T20s against Australia gave him a couple of good scores, but again, off field, he's largely, been more of a miss than a hit. Mohammad Shami again, David Miller performed well for South Africa against Australia. These will be the players to watch out. So Kings XI Punjab, again, the prospect of them seeing the final is not what might be the first thing that comes to mind, expecting a performance out of them. But they did it in 2014. They got a good blend, like I said. And once again, if they perform to their potential, a place in the playoffs is a sure shot certainty.